Xenosystems Fragments. White to Red. Nickland. Narrated by Skeptical Waves. Guilt is basically a Northwest European thing, argues Peter Frost. That would certainly explain the conspicuous abnormality of white ethnomasochism, which has a claim to be the social fact of greatest significance in the world today. There's a certain type of fanatically universalist moral argument that, even when encountered anonymously on the internet, indicates, absolutely reliably, that one is dealing with a self-hating paleface. When someone tells you that some incontestable principle requires self-sacrifice without reservation to the wretched global other, the obvious melanin deficiency almost sucks holes in the screen. None of this is seriously controversial, although more hard data would, of course, be nice. Take one additional step, and hypothesize that the cathedral latches onto white guilt as its sole natural territory. Much then follows. Clearly, whatever globalization the cathedral will ever achieve cannot be analogous to its domestic dominion. It is a plug that only fits the white guilt socket, so that every attempt to propagate it more widely encounters complexities. To a degree, this is initially masked by the fact that a racial revenge narrative sells well, even when its original moral axioms are entirely non-communicative. Post-colonialism would therefore be expected to mark the limit of cathedralist global contagion, a limit that has already been in large measure reached, or even exceeded. Nobody other than whites wants white guilt for themselves. Non-whites will, however, often be delighted that whites have white guilt, especially when this has metastasized to its self-abolitional phase, and this second reaction, under the specific conditions of post-colonial anti-racist discourse, is easily confused with the first. If the progressivism guilt plug socket arrangement doesn't travel racially, then cathedralist globalization has to fall back upon far cruder mechanisms of power, of the red foreign policy type. The experience of the last decade suggests that, in doing so, it is no longer remotely playing to its own strengths. Democratic evangelism, at home and abroad, are two very different things. Bloody international disorder is strongly predicted as the complement of its domestic New Jerusalem. Just one more effort, citizens, and the white race will have consummated its destiny as the cancer of human history.